Miss Nancy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you for being here. Because tomorrow's guided meditation, you're gonna love it. You are going to love it so much. Tonight, you're going to love it too. You're going to love it. Thinking and pictures. Thinking and pictures. Those are two things that we use in creation, in creating things. Pictures and thinking. I am Idika Imeri, and I am a Presbyterian. I am charismatic Pentecostal, and I am a practicing master of depth, D-E-P-T-H, D-E-P-T-H. I'm a master of deep things. In my small circle, they call me Prince of the New Mystics. Mystic doesn't have anything that is just so out of world experience or the practice of mysticism, simply the spiritual life. That's the meaning of it. So don't let anybody take you into too much mysteries. It's about the spiritual life, how to look into the inner things of the inner world to solve earthly problems. Simple. No matter what it is. We use pictures. We take pictures. Some people, when they travel, they take pictures in order to remind themselves of where they were, in order for them to, maybe when the anniversary of a celebration of one event or the other, they are able to go through the family albums, whether online or physical albums. My goodness, I smell wonderful aromas here. This place smells so good. Life smells good. I love it. That awakens beautiful thoughts in me. This is amazing. So for some people, pictures simply is a reminder, something that they use to remember, and that's all. And maybe that helped them to draw close to where they went, or to pat themselves on the back that they put money for a long time and they were able to go there and visit and enjoy some food, drank some good wine, watch some good movies, shop, and they came back. That's it. When heaven began to talk to me recently about pictures and thinking, I was wowed by it. I was just like on fire, because I began to see pictures and I began to see thinking from the perspective of deepness, deep things, wideness, and brightness. So pictures are not just for memory. Pictures are for creating something. That's why do not go to anywhere that is depressing. Don't get involved with people who are depressive in what they say, how they appear, how they talk, and how they think. You've gotten enough depression already. You don't need anyone to add any more to it. You don't need that. Being someone that meditates, someone that seeks power through the inner life, where real power dwells, that is spirit or depth, does not mean that you should be boring or very strict and not cheerful. Pictures, no matter what it is, wherever you go in the world, pictures you take, except you are you work in the mass media or you work with the police or with the FBI or CIA or the Secret Service of your country or your city or whatever. And then you can have pictures of depressing things, of negative things. When it comes to pictures and thinking, take pictures of things that makes you happy. Never go to anywhere and never relate with anyone unless they are able to awake in you. Awake 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different types of senses in you. You know that your mind has its own senses, and your real self, your spirit, has its own senses, and then your physical nature has its own senses. The spiritual side of you has more sense than the physical. We have the sense of touch, of smell, and see, of sight, and all of that, and hearing, all kind of stuff. But in the spirit side, that is in the life of spirit and mind, you have more. That's why those who spend time to form and to think can actually, if they choose to create with their thoughts, they'll produce miraculous things that eventually become common for them, because they've entered into a space, into a place, and they will create new science, new technology, new cars, new electronics, new kind of architectural designs, new kinds of cosmetics, fashion, new ways of leading, helping, caring for human beings. So pictures primarily, you take pictures in order for that picture to awake in you a sense of something to be created. Don't just go to anywhere to enjoy and to have a vacation. See, this is one of the things that I enjoy about the Asian culture, people from Asia. And for me, the outstanding people in Asia are always the Japanese, people from Hong Kong, Thailand, the South Koreans a little bit. I'm talking about people who are outgoing. But majority of Asian people, now let's include the Chinese, etc., the Vietnamese, let's include them into this, now that we have mentioned the strict, beautiful ones, those who includes, who seek their culture beyond themselves. One thing about Asian culture is their love for nature, their love for flowers, for water, for butterflies, for trees, plants, animals. Let's now bring in the Indians and the millions of gods and goddesses, both real, mythical, made up, etc. But remember that I am a Christian spiritual guide. And with that, my foundation is on this and what it stands for. No more, no less. This is not something to be argued. This is not something to be, this is not a doctrine for me. What I mean, for those of you who are not seeing what I'm touching the communion cup, and I'm touching the pattern, the communion plates. It stands for a person, who he was, who he is, what he did, his death, his crucifixion, his death, his resurrection, and this stands for his being the risen Lord. So there is no guided meditation that I will not always bring him in. So don't think that I'm gonna just be doing a world meditation and just throw it out there. No. My tradition is to the core of the foundation of Christianity, the resurrection. So the Holy Communion is not just about his who he always is. The Ancient of Days, I'm talking of Jesus, our God, as the Ancient of Days, with the Father and the Holy Spirit. His incarnation, being born as ordinary human being, to show you the deepness of how much God wants to participate in human history, in human lives, in yours and mine. And every other thing that follow the narratives of who he is, not just as a story, but as a reality. So pictures generally is to give us a sense of what we want to do with it, where we want to go with it. It is something to work with. It's not just something to admire or to remind you, but something for you to use as a tool to create. It's a creation dimension kind of thing. Picture awakens in you thinking, thoughts, beautiful thoughts. How do I work with this? I saw that house. How can I own it? What do I do with it? You take a picture of it. You look at it. You look at that picture. Don't pass by any picture easily. Don't let go of any picture easily that you want to use to call things into existence. Creation is the power, not just the possibility, but the power to call things into existence. Please write that down. Creation is the power to call things into physical, tangible, materialistic existence. Things that you can touch and feel and use and enjoy and make life better, easier, and sweet. In Proverbs 23 verse 7, it says, as someone thinks, so that person is. I do everything to make me see. A human being was able to think about this thing that look very complicated. How was this airplane built? How was this wonderful car built? How did they build this 100 and something story building? What's the brain behind this? How many minds were behind this? How many hours of consultations? What picture, what architectural design did they consult? How many years? Detail, focus. And these are things that doesn't come by easily anymore in today's world. But I want us to go back to that foundation where pictures releases and awakens in us the power to think beautiful things and to create things with them. Let's flip the coin around. If there is no picture and you want to start with thinking, thinking should lead to the release of pictures. Just like pictures leads to the release of thinking. And thinking here is not just to think and say amen and bow down and walk away. you must finish what you started. Pictures leads you to thinking, and thinking leads you to structures, to putting things on the ground, to creating something. Whether it be a book, whether it be a car, whether it be an airplane, pictures and thinking should lead to the creation of something brand new. You see, you take a picture of what others have already written, or have already done, or have already built, or product they've already produced, in order for you to enter into that world and think about it until it catches fire. And when it catches fire, you are able to use what is already there to create something completely new from it. Out of the seed of the old, the new now emerges. There was a bridge to cross the river. You took the picture of that bridge. You look at it. You ask questions. Along the way, thoughts are awakened as to something better than that. And then you create that. The old one goes down and the better one comes up. So anybody that doesn't allow you to exercise the power of imaging, I'll talk about that next time. Let's concentrate on pictures and photos. Who doesn't allow you to think about photos, pictures, in order for you to build upon, to create something completely new, then that person is not doing you any service. They are stopping you from becoming a star. They are stopping the stars from busting out of your belly and blessing the human civilization with something that you will have died with. See, if you don't like the way you look, you can go through magazines, books, and look at pictures of people that you would like to look like them, dress like them. Why? In order for you to belong to your planet and to exercise authority in it. So, you can actually look at, let me put it this way. What you are willing to look at will begin to look at you. That's the key for this meditation. What you are willing to look at will begin to look at you sooner or later. Now write down the number 2 key here. What you are watching will begin to watch you. What you are watching will begin to watch you. As you put your thoughts into the picture you've made up or you've drawn about yourself, say the kind of house you want to live, the kind of couches, television, the way, the jet tops, the different things you want to put in it, the garden you want to create inside it. Or you want to build a supermarket, a mall, or a shopping center. You draw it. I mean, crude drawing. And every day you begin to look at it. You begin to talk to it. Thinking is also talking. Talking from the inside or talking with your mouth. When you begin to talk to your photos, to your pictures, the pictures of what you want to create, you are awakening something that is within this universe and beyond it. And what happened is this. Something that the universe was holding, it will give it up to you. There is something that this earth is holding, and it has your name on it. It's a treasure, very precious. It's money. It's material resources. It's a particular kind of car or cars. A lifestyle. Wealth. The universe and heaven, they do not give up their best easily. They want you to want it passionately. They want you to work for it. And when it reaches that saturation point, they will let go. You can now have it. Photos of people or pictures of people that you don't like, people who did you wrong, should be burnt, should be destroyed. They should be buried. If it is me, I don't bury them. I simply burn them. Because when they die, they also die in my mind. They don't exist. Simple. Only those who are working with me, who are working in me, something powerful, something creative, qualifies to live inside me. Period. Please listen to me. You were born to build. And the best way to begin to build is by looking at what others have built. Take pictures of beautiful buildings around the world and challenge yourself. You will see how your mind will go into operation. That is what we call thinking. And when your mind goes towards those things, your intelligence and the different senses in you will begin to branch out to look for the money and the connection to make you have those things, to make you build those things, to make you create those products and services. They will go out to look for money. Have you not seen men and women who tell you that they are broke? And yet, they drink beer and wine every day. And yet, they smoke cigarette or cigar every day. Or they do drugs every day. Or have sex every day. Or they go out to go and buy food. Many don't cook every day. Where is that money coming from? When you think very deeply, and the need for it is wild. That wildness, that wild side of your mind will create the money, will attract the money. And somehow you reach into the universe and grab the money and you go and buy it. Either somebody give it to you or however it comes. I don't want to go there. That's why there's nothing like there are poor people on earth. There are no poor people on earth. Because they have something that they can use to get what they want. Tonight, I want you to, on your fridge, in your bedroom, somewhere, maybe in the hallway of your home, I want you to have pictures of what you want. Pictures of what you want to buy, what you want to build, houses that you will want to buy. How do you want your bedroom to be decorated? What are you willing to draw? Anne is fond of me very, very much. She treats me like she's my mama. And is that not true? Is that not true? Anne treats me like she is my mama, and she will always send me her new creations, her new fashion designs, and also the ones that other people send to her, and she is to critique them. There was ones that she was telling me about, one that one lady sent to her, and she's like, if somebody is to use the bathroom, so the person has to get the whole many pieces. Do you know how many layers this is? I was laughing.
You remember that?
Yes, I do. There's nothing you tell me. There's nothing you send to me that I'm not reading. You might think I'm not. I am. Because Anne treats me like she's my big mama. And I love it. I love to be someone's child too. That's good. Especially those of you who don't have children. They have adopted me, so I'm so spoiled. That's why I ask God to give those kind of men and women money so that I'll be the one to inherit it. I can see Mary clapping and jumping tonight and saying, I'm loving it. Woo! This is interesting. Yep. If you want to lose weight, I will advise you to have pictures of people who you like. If you don't like their face, remove their face and just keep the part of them that reminds you of how you want to look. There was this guy that wanted to look like a bodybuilder like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he didn't like Arnold's face. So he removed Arnold's face from that picture and put his face and put his head where Arnold's head is supposed to be, but the body is Arnold's body, but Arnold Schwarzenegger's, you know. The governor, yeah. But the face is this guy's face. And that helped him every day for him to, when he passed by, he sees what he has put up on the wall and he said, I want to be like that. Even if he wasn't able to be like Arnold, but he was able to lose weight and to look very lovely, very nice. There must be something that must provoke you into being your best and into creating your best. For example, what Anne is doing in Brooklyn might look funny, just something. Okay, if she keep watching what she's doing, spend time to look at it, those things will take up spirit, they will take up life. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you right now is so important, so pay great attention. What you are doing will become spirit and life. It will pick up a life of its own. And now, what's behind it? For example, like being a fashion designer, or being a medical doctor, a lawyer, attorney, or being a spiritual guy like myself, or a singer, a writer, a poet like I do. You do those things, you think into them. The pictures are inside you, not just outside. Because you must look at the pictures until the pictures enter inside you and stay there. Once the picture take up a space inside you, it's a done deal. Now you become the vehicle. You become the destiny. You become the life giver for what you want. And those things will now be using you to release of themselves to the world. And you will be the one that will be made rich through this kind of adventure. And that is also the law of what you are willing to sow will give you back more than you even thought of. See, for example, what you are giving to God in terms of money, you are not just giving to God, but you are making something happen inside you. Every seed you sow, every money you give out, take up a residence inside you and begin to create and awaken a world of money. Every smile is awakening happiness, something huge. And it is the time that we are not even thinking about those things that they begin to sprout out. And you say, wow, if I knew, I would have done even more. Pictures. Have photos of piles of money on your computer or on your cell phone or on your iPad. Have pictures of yourself looking wonderful. Even if you think you don't look beautiful, add some beautiful things to your face, like some earrings, some diamond earrings. If you like nose ring, you put it. If you like anklets, if you like bracelets, if you like necklaces, put something. If you like to paint different colors to your nails, add it. Just draw yourself and keep looking at it until something in you, that picture will leave the hallway or the refrigerator or your iPad or your cell phone or your iPhone. It will leave and take up residence inside you. I used to tell somebody that one day I am going to work on my bedroom. I am going to put down on paper the dreams, the pictures that I have about it. And one day I drew it. And then I gave it to those who can bring it into reality. And they came and we did it. And something said to me, you're able to do that. It means that in your own house, you'll be able to create the nest you always wanted. Which is true. That's what I'm going to do. If I buy a home that has no swimming pool, I'm going to create one. If I buy a home that doesn't have a fish pond, I'm going to have some. I'm going to have some. There are things inside you that are waiting to be called out. What you see is going to come. What you are looking at, you think that you are just looking at something. You are actually calling on something to come by looking at it. That's where pictures and thinking come together. You might think, I'm just looking at the picture. I like this house, or I like the picture of this person, or I like the way they dress. Oh, look at the kind of wine they are drinking. I like the champagne. Oh la la. Look at that airline. What a beauty. What a hard work. Until that airline, you stop seeing the name on it of someone who owns it or company that owns it, and then you see your name on it. You see your name on it. And then it comes out of that into you. Well, once it enters into you, it takes up life of its own and begin to find a way to be created. So this is not about that you were born poor, you were born in a poor country, you were born to a poor family. This is not it. Those who are willing to do the pictures and to do the thinking, along the way, the pictures and the thinking will create a life of it. So you've met people in your life who were born broke, born poor, born blind, born sick, born everything. How did their fortune change? It was not just through hard work. It was through what I'm telling you also, combined with hard work and smartness. Because what you're seeing and what you are thinking is going to you're calling some people to come to you. That's what you are doing. You're calling a lifestyle to happen to you. You're calling angels. You're calling God. You're calling certain human beings to come to you. That's what you're doing. Your thinking is calling. Please write that down. Your thinking is calling. While the pictures are creating. The pictures are creating. The thoughts are calling. Please write those things down. You are not going to remain the same person tomorrow because of the pictures, the image you are watching. Have you not seen people who keep watching violent games, shooting, all of that, and they simply took a gun and went to the movie theater and started shooting people? Because what they have been watching and playing, the game they've been doing, all these movies they've been watching finally came out of the big screen and took up residence in the big screen of their mind, and they go and act it out. That's why it's not good to tell somebody that they have nothing to live for. Everything is spoiled. Everything is bad. Oh, there's nothing there. It's a bad way of leadership because it makes people to go and be shooting and killing. And that's not fair. Meditation is not something that you should become a profession. It should not become a career. Something that those who want something big, huge, can indulge in, and you can use my guided meditation to advance into those kind of things. You are what you're thinking. We will come back. Mary and Vicky remind me about Proverb 2:37 so that I'll do a separate meditation about how your thoughts is affecting you. Because I can heal you by just releasing the thoughts of healings into you without praying for you. I can give you money by releasing the thoughts of money into you, and it will come. What I'm telling you is what I practice, is what I do. I'm not telling you anything that I've never experienced. I told a young woman in the Caribbean that something that is happening to her is going to disappear. And as I'm talking to you right now, it is appearing. I will tell somebody You'll get a job tomorrow. They got it. Why? I spend time to think, and I release those thoughts to people. Thoughts are things. Photos are life. There is something in a picture. It is creating something. And there is something in a thought. It is calling you. Something is calling you. Something wants to use you to create things for good. Through these two ways, you will become rich. You'll become favored. You will become mighty. If you want me to come to your city to hold my shrine of meditation sessions with a group of you, then call our office or email us. Go to www.Idika Imeri Ministry and you'll be able to find me. IdikaImeriMinistry.com, and you will be able to connect with me. And I'll come to your city and create for you and for those that you choose to bring. I only do this for those who want something big, those who want to become somebody. I want to use what you have to create what you need. Mary and Victoria, make sure that you write down the topic of this guided meditation, pictures, and thoughts. Tomorrow night, we will have another guided meditation. It's going to be amazing. How many people have been helped tonight?
I have. They have.
And those of you who are ladies, I want you to begin to create a picture of how you want to be. Create a picture of the things you want in your home. Like myself, I'm creating pictures of the kind of things I want. And there's nothing that is going to stop me from having it. I'm telling you. When you hear me say nothing, I'm not joking, nothing. If I tell you that I'm going to have a jet, just believe me, I will. That I'm going to have a big, massive library of my own writings, I will. Why? Because I just realized that the age that I am is the best time for me to be everything. I just loved it. Why? My beauty returned. So why do you think? Go and look at my videos that I made a few years ago. They don't look like me. Suddenly. Am I lying? Is that not true? Go, compare who I am, the way I look today, with the way I used to look since I was born. Because I didn't know these things. Because what you know is going to change you. Many of you who are sick, I will not heal you by medicine. I'm going to heal you with my thoughts. When I also say with my thought, I'm going to heal you. Many times when I'm speaking in different stages. When I say mine, is the one in me talking. Like Jesus saying I am. And sometimes it will be my own words, personally. Or my own actions. Because I can perform one act of kindness and every problem in your life is eradicated. I can create an action of ecstasy in your life. And that one word that I release into you creates so much ecstasy, so much power in you, that there is no alcohol or drug or sex that can create that. No marijuana can create that for you. None. Sooner or later, I'm going to begin to give people the new kind of alcohol. Those who will drink it will be rolling on the ground. Because if I come to your city, I will go to the police department and tell them what I come to do. Because if you drink the kind of alcohol I'll give to you, you'll be a mess. You'll be, like Victoria said, a big old mess.
I want some of that.
Barbara, where are you tonight? Where are you? I saw people going for alcohol in New Orleans at Bourbon Street, in the old and new strip of Las Vegas, at Times Square. I said to God, I need something more than alcohol to give to the world. And that's what I want to do. I want to give them a new kind of alcohol. I want to create something new. And unfortunately for me, it has already been created and I love it. All I need to do is just be their handyman and the server.